Pisces, this week asks you to be brave in a quiet way. The sky turns your feelings into a mirror, reflecting your agreements, your promises, your patterns in love and work. If you're willing to see what's real, this won't break you. It will reset you. This week asks Pisces to be brave in a quiet way. You are water. You feel everything. And right now, the sky turns your feelings into a mirror. What you see in that mirror is not just you. You see your agreements, your promises, your patterns with partners and clients, how you negotiate, how you keep your word, and how you handle conflict when your heart would rather avoid it. The week gathers your attention around relationships and the way you relate, while pressure builds from inside your own identity. It is a candid, sometimes uncomfortable audit of who you are when you stand next to another person, when you write your name on a contract, when you ask for what you need, and when you say no. The mind is sharp but hot because Mercury is exalted and combust. Words cut quickly, logic is strong, tone can burn. Across from that, Saturn retrograde in your sense of self and Neptune retrograde there too make you feel slow, tender, foggy, and honest at once, like a focused flashlight shining into mist. You want to be exact. The mist diffuses everything. In that mix, the sun adds pride to the conversation and then stares down Saturn with a direct face-off. Authority meets accountability. Ego meets discipline. If you're finalizing terms, the week tests whether your facts are solid and your delivery is kind. If you've been vague in a relationship, the week will expose it. If the other side has been slippery, the week will expose that too. And because a shadow falls at the end of the week, the story forces a reset in how you relate. Not someday, now. Work and health run hot, dramatic, and strangely helpful because Venus moves through your service zone while Ketu sits there cutting old habits away. This is where beauty meets pruning. You may want nicer tools, a cleaner desk, better light, a softer morning routine. Follow that urge, not as luxury, but because pleasure makes consistency easier. And consistency is the only thing that beats stress. Downside, ego in the workplace. Watch grand gestures, loud reactions, risky promises, and performative help that drains you later. If a coworker or client performs for attention, you don't need to play along. Save energy for useful fixes and clean handoffs. Likely issues? Petty drama, schedule slippage, friction over task ownership, a spike of fatigue if sleep slips. K2 wants you to let go of fussy, low-value labor and keep what actually serves people. If your identity is tied to rescuing, that can feel like loss. But rescuing without boundaries breeds resentment, and resentment bleeds into everything. Better path. Make one small process simple and kind, then protected. That single change reduces arguments more than 10 long meetings. Shared resources, intimacy, and everything in deep folders. Joint accounts, tax letters, insurance policies, emergency plans. The real conversations about sex and safety sit under a bright engineer's lamp. Mars is here, direct and decisive, forming live wires with Uranus and Pluto, both retrograde. That's gas and brake at once, plus a rerouting GPS. In life, fast progress with sudden reversals. The noon fix forces a 3 p.m. adjustment. The win on paper exposes a hidden cost elsewhere. If you've been avoiding a necessary change in how you share money, make it now and write it down with dates. If you've been avoiding a boundary in intimacy, name it now. Don't apologize for needing safety. Worst-case patterns, impulsive spending, secret transactions, messy loans between friends, conflicts that escalate because the real topic stays buried. In sharper cases, a breakup or business split brewing for a while can pull the trigger. If that's your path, clarity hurts less than limbo. In rarer scenarios, a sudden expense or legal notice demands action. Don't freeze. Answer with measured steps, not panic. Best case, a cleaner, fairer system that protects you both going forward. Om and emotional base benefit from Jupiter's big but practical blessing, even if the house feels busy and your mind has too many tabs open. Learning, teaching, writing, and well-structured errands restore peace more than scrolling or shopping. If there's family tension, your best move is a short, honest talk with facts and timelines. If you're moving, repairing, or purchasing, the sky supports preparation and punishes shortcuts. Risk to watch, decision fatigue. You care deeply and can overthink every cushion, bill, and tone of voice. Jupiter helps you zoom out. Does this choice support long-run peace at home? If yes, you can live with a less-than-perfect paint swatch. Creativity, love, and your joy muscle get a tender wave midweek as the moon crosses your play zone, with Neptune retrograde adding rose-tinted glass. Inspiration is real, so is idealization. In art, show up for craft, don't chase the high. In dating, enjoy the spark, but check facts in daylight, a protection for your soft heart. With children, small routine changes help everyone. Less sugar on a school night beats a big speech. To feel more alive, give 10 honest minutes to a postponed hobby. 10 minutes builds a bridge back to yourself. Career and public standing have two referees. Jupiter grows your reputation when you act with competence, and Saturn grades you on structure. Fair test. It feels strict if you forget that promises must match capacity. Combust Mercury tempts you to talk brilliantly. A hot mind can say more than it can deliver. Winning path. Set realistic expectations. Share a one-page plan, then do exactly what you said. If a boss is harsh or a stakeholder plays politics, don't meet noise with noise. Meet it with clarity and receipt trails. If your role is shaky or layoffs whisper, your best defense is visible value. Show, in plain numbers or simple proofs, how you reduce risk or increase outcomes. If self-employed, one clean case study and a calm price anchor outrun a scattered pitch. Facing an ethical conflict, Saturn gives spine. Neptune demands compassion. Be firm without cruelty, kind without being a doormat. Money and voice carry quiet pressure from deep changes. You may try to buy safety or undercharge to be liked. Replace both. Value is in volume, respect is in discount. If you're due a raise or renegotiation, the relationship axis is hot and can bring a decision. Risk, a brilliant but sharp message that triggers defensiveness. Aim for calm language with specific numbers, then pause. If pushed to agree on the spot, red flag. If you share finances, write a simple weekly rhythm for transfers, bills, and check-ins, so money stops being the place where love goes to fight. Communication, skills, short trips, and your digital life want upgrades. Uranus retrograde favors using what you have better. A new template, smarter naming, kinder tone, cleaner calendar. Trap. Reactive texting and doom scrolling hijack focus and mood. You don't owe the internet your peace. Silence is strategy. For quick trips or local meetings, add a 10-minute buffer. Timing will bend. Friends, networks, and bigger goals hold slow seismic shifts with Pluto retrograde. Old convenience alliances may no longer fit your values. One connection deepens into power, one fades without drama. Let it. Your future thrives on depth, not clout. If you lead a community or depend on a platform, security and governance deserve attention now. Unflashy, crucial. Sleep, solitude, private costs, and your behind-the-scenes life are pulled tight by Rahu and colored by Neptune. When attention leaks at night, days suffer. Late screens, revenge bedtime, hidden microspends can spiral. You're not weak if you feel the pull. The algorithm is built to hook you. You're strong when you choose one small closing ritual and keep it. Think of it as tucking your nervous system in. If you work across borders or handle confidential material, triple-check access, backups, and insurance. A quiet safeguard now prevents loud problems later. Relationships and contracts are the main stage, and a shadow falls at week's end. Sun, Moon, and Mercury gather and face Saturn and Neptune in you. Past patterns meet current truth. Combust mind meets the slow discipline of the soul. Some bonds are clarified and renewed. Some run into the limits you've been pretending weren't there. If a breakup or timeout hangs by a thread, the thread can snap. If a marriage or partnership is solid but dusty, a frank, tender talk pulls it back into light. If single, this reset turns your filters on. You stop chasing shiny and choose safe and real. Raw truth, your people mirror you. If you avoid conflict, you meet partners who avoid truth. If you speak like a blade, you meet people who flinch or fight. The sky asks for a new pattern. Facts first, kindness close behind, boundaries spoken clearly, and silence used wisely. Anxiety spikes when you try to be perfect. Relief arrives when you're honest. Sign in haste, get locked into draining obligations. A client turns hostile because sarcasm landed where care was needed. A manager judges you on an overpromise made when your mind ran hot. A secret debt or subscription drains your account right when a bill hits. A private message leaks. A partner calls out that you're present for your audience, but absent at home. Parents or elders need more care, and your schedule snaps if sleep is weak. A small health flag turns louder because you treated fatigue like a moral failure instead of a body signal. None of this is fate. It's what happens when attention scatters, and attention can change. A cleaner process at work makes you proud and visible. One plain agreement calms a whole relationship. A deep money fix finally gets documented and starts saving you. Creative spark returns when it's practice, not performance. Home feels kinder because the small, boring task gets handled. Your online time becomes tool, not trap. Your body thanks you for one steady bedtime and one short walk. Your voice grows warmer and precise. And the person who matters most, partner, client, friend, or you, experiences you as steady, not because you clung harder, but because you let go of the extra. The quiet meaning underneath is Pisces karma, compassion without canceling boundaries, faith without canceling facts, service without canceling self-respect. The suffering is friction between old roles you outgrew and honest roles you can carry now. It pinches because you care. It changes because you choose. Carry this simple script. When the mind runs hot, cool your words. When the fog rolls in, finish one small thing. When pride swells, return to the truth. When fear whispers, ask for exact information. When love calls, show up with a softer voice and a clearer plan. You are water. You flow around obstacles without losing your shape. Set a new course, even a small one, and the whole river changes. Pisces, the eclipse asks for truth with kindness. If this brought clarity, tap like, share the one small promise you'll keep this week, and subscribe so you never miss what the sky is whispering to you. Until next time, cool your words, keep your boundaries, and remember, gentle is not weak.